Marcus Aurelius once said, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them. Think constantly on the changes of the elements into each other, for such thoughts wash away the dust of earthly life. How often do we fight against the current, only to find ourselves exhausted and still carried by its flow? Your journey is unique, and like the natural world, beautifully complex and infinitely rewarding. In our modern world, a time of unparalleled change and opportunity, Stoicism offers more than ancient wisdom. It presents a dynamic blueprint for personal growth and success. Today we will discuss the topic of embracing Stoicism in our modern world. We will explore the profound Stoic principles that will foster our growth and empower us to become more dominant, confident, powerful, and successful in our endeavors, to lead our lives with the ultimate conviction. Born in the ancient cradles of wisdom in Greece and refined in ancient Rome, Stoicism was the guiding philosophy of leaders and warriors. Today, it serves as a foundation for those seeking to carve their path in a competitive modern world. These lessons aren't just about exploring philosophical concepts. It's about harnessing them to cultivate a commanding presence, unwavering confidence, and a mindset geared for triumph in our daily lives in this modern era. How does Stoicism empower us in the ever-evolving landscape of today in our modern world? How can it mold us into leaders in our personal and professional spheres? Each lesson we will share today offers answers, transforming ancient Stoic wisdom into actionable strategies for contemporary success that we can apply to our daily lives today. We will delve into the Stoic art of perception management, turning challenges into stepping stones for success. We'll explore how rationality can become our greatest tool in decision-making, and how embracing life's volatility can forge an unshakable sense of self. We will discover how the Stoic focus on inner strength and virtue can catapult us to new heights of power and achievement. Remember, it is never too late to embark on the Stoic path of wisdom. Let us journey through the lessons of Stoicism as we work towards a better and more prosperous life, each day, each week, each month, and each year. As we navigate an ever-changing modern world, Stoicism emerges not just as a philosophy, but as a practical pathway to improve our lives. Stoicism is a philosophy not just of contemplation, but of action. Lesson 1. The unseen power of choice. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to rise effortlessly above challenges, while others struggle just to keep pace? How often do you consider the power of choice in your life? The Stoics taught that our true power lies in choosing our responses to external events. Consider this. Every day we face a myriad of situations where our choice is the only thing we truly control. From mundane annoyances, a frustrating traffic jam, to a challenging workplace scenario or confrontation, the decision to stay calm and focused is ours. Can you identify a recent situation where a different choice might have led to a better outcome? How can embracing this power of choice daily make you more resilient? The Stoics were masters of rational thinking. They urged us to use reason to discern the best course of action, focusing our efforts only on what we can control. This week, try to apply this by pausing before reacting to any adverse event. Ask yourself, is my response rational? Is this within my control? This simple exercise can significantly shift your perspective, leading to more empowering choices. How do you choose to react in the heat of a disagreement? The Stoic practice of perceiving situations from multiple angles can be transformative. Instead of reacting defensively, try to understand the other person's point of view. This approach not only diffuses conflict, but can also lead to more harmonious and productive relationships. How might changing your perception in conflicts lead to better outcomes both personally and professionally? Remember that the practice of making conscious choices is fundamental. Each choice is a building block in the foundation of your personal and professional success. Embrace the power of choice and step into a world where you are the master of your destiny, not a victim of your circumstances. Lesson 2. Harnessing the power of perspective. How powerful can a change in perspective be? Imagine if shifting your viewpoint could not only change how you see the world, but also how you influence it. In this lesson, We delve into the Stoic principle of perspective and uncover how it can be a pivotal tool in your quest to rise above the rest and become unstoppable. The Stoics believed that our perspective could make or break our success. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Think about this. How many opportunities might you have missed because you viewed an obstacle, a challenge, or the fear of failure as a setback rather than an opportunity for growth? Every challenge has a silver lining if we choose to see it. This week, when confronted with a difficulty, pause and consciously reframe it as an opportunity. A heated disagreement with a relationship partner, family member, friend, or person at work could be a chance to enhance your communication skills or to strengthen your empathy. A project running behind schedule might provide an opportunity to showcase your problem-solving skills and capacity for effective crisis management. What situations are you currently facing that could be transformed by a change in perspective? Sometimes, our immediate perspective can be limited. The Stoics teach us to look beyond the immediate frustrations and see the broader implications of our actions and reactions. By expanding our view, we can find new paths and solutions that were not apparent at first glance. How can adopting a broader perspective in your projects or personal goals this week and beyond lead to breakthroughs? For leadership of your own life, and in a professional sense, perspective is key to inspiring and motivating yourself and others. A great leader uses their perspective to see the potential in others, to guide teams through challenges, and to envision a future others might not yet see. Reflect on a leader you admire. How do they use their perspective to influence and inspire? How can you adopt a similar approach in your own leadership style? Remember that your perspective is a powerful tool that shapes not only how you view the world, but also how you interact with it. By embracing the Stoic way of reframing challenges and expanding your viewpoint, you open up a world of possibilities where you are truly unstoppable. Let's carry this mindset forward and see how it transforms not just our own lives, but also those around us. Lesson 3. Embracing and adapting with the winds of change. Imagine yourself as a mighty oak in a vast forest. The winds of life swirl around you, sometimes just a breeze, other times a gale. How does the oak survive and thrive? It adapts, bending with the wind but never breaking. In this lesson we explore how, like the oak, embracing change and adapting with resilience can elevate us, making us unstoppable in our modern world. Stoics view change as inevitable, like the seasons that turn without fail. Just as a river shapes the landscape through persistence and gentle touch, we too can shape our destinies by flowing with the currents of life's changes rather than resisting them. Marcus Aurelius once noted, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." How often do we fight against the current, only to find ourselves exhausted and still carried by its flow? Think of change as the wind trying to redirect your path. This week, identify one change you've been resisting and explore ways to flow with it. Perhaps it's a shift in your career, a move to a new city, or a change in a relationship. Can you see these as the natural progression of your life's journey, perhaps leading to unseen opportunities, just as new paths in a forest lead to unexpected vistas? Nature does not resist the storm. It adapts and evolves because of it. Consider how trees on a mountain's face are shaped by the persistent winds. They grow sturdier and more resilient. How can we apply this natural resilience to our own lives? What winds have shaped you, and how have they prepared you for future challenges? From the peak of a mountain, the world below seems interconnected, a vast, living organism. When we rise above our daily struggles and view them from this elevated perspective, we see how each challenge interlinks and guides us to our greater purpose. How might stepping back from a current challenge and viewing it as part of a whole change your approach to it? Remember that being unstoppable does not mean being immovable. Like the oak or the river, our true strength lies in our ability to adapt and flow with the changes that life brings our way. Carry forward the Stoic belief in embracing change as an ally, not an adversary. Let the winds of change lift you higher, and may your roots always run deep and strong in the rich soil of Stoic wisdom. Envision yourself as an entity seamlessly navigating through an ever-changing landscape, adapting with precision and purpose, much like a stream carves its path through the forest. This natural ability to adapt and thrive against all odds is not just reserved for the flora and fauna of the world. It is a potent metaphor for our own potential to rise above and become unstoppable. Today, we delve into the art of resilient adaptation, drawing lessons from the Stoic teachings that align with the relentless perseverance seen in the natural world. Imagine a landscape that shifts with the seasons, each transformation bringing its own challenges and rewards. In our lives, change is as inevitable as the changing seasons. The Stoics, with their profound understanding of life's impermanence, taught us to embrace change with grace, viewing each as an opportunity to strengthen our character. Like the trees that bend in the strong winds but do not break, we too can learn to sway with the winds of change, using them to rise even higher in our personal and professional endeavors. Adaptation is a key theme in Stoic philosophy. It is about aligning our internal compass with the external world in such a way that challenges do not hinder us, but propel us forward. Consider the resilience of a river stone. Over time, it smooths and shapes under the relentless flow of water, yet it remains intact, its essence unchanged. Similarly, Stoic resilience teaches us to withstand life's pressures while preserving our core values and vision, becoming more polished and defined through our experiences. To cultivate this Stoic resilience, begin by observing the natural adaptability in the world around you. Notice how each element plays a role in a larger system, contributing to a balanced ecosystem. In your life, each challenge and interaction is part of a larger narrative. This week, take one aspect of your life that feels challenging and reframing it as an integral part of your growth. Approach it with curiosity and openness, asking yourself how this challenge can serve as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. The true strength required to adapt and rise above does not come from external accolades or achievements, but from within. It comes from a deep, unshakable sense of self, much like the deep roots of an ancient tree. These roots anchor the tree, allowing it to grow upwards and outwards with confidence. Invest time in developing your inner strength through meditation, reflection, and Stoic practices such as journaling your reflections and reactions to daily events. This inner fortitude will act as your anchor, keeping you steadfast in your journey upward. The Stoics were masters at turning obstacles into opportunities. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, implores us to see the good in each situation, to extract wisdom like bees making honey from various flowers. This week, emulate the Stoics. When faced with adversity, look for the lesson or benefit it might hold. Document these lessons. Let them be your guide as you navigate through life's complexities with Stoic wisdom. Just as plants in a forest adjust their growth patterns to coexist, we too must learn to adapt our approaches in relationships and collaborations. This adaptation is not about losing our identity, but about finding harmonious ways to interact that benefit all involved. Practice active listening and empathy this week. Try to understand others' perspectives as deeply as you grasp your own and find common ground. This skill will not only resolve conflicts, but will also open doors to new opportunities for cooperation and growth. Remember that, like the most adaptable entities in nature, our ability to thrive in changing circumstances defines our capacity to succeed. Carry forward the Stoic virtues of resilience, adaptation, and harmony. Let them guide you through the unpredictable terrain of life, armed with the knowledge that each challenge is a catalyst for growth, each adaptation a step towards becoming truly unstoppable. Lesson 4. Steadfast Perseverance. Visualize the mountain, unyielding, majestic, a silent sentinel that watches over centuries. It faces the harshest winds, the coldest snows, and the blazing sun, yet it remains firm, a testament to endurance. We too can embody steadfastness and fortitude in our lives. This lesson delves into how adopting the Stoic resilience can elevate us to new heights of personal and professional success. In Stoic philosophy, resilience is not about the absence of vulnerability, but the ability to persevere through any trial. Seneca once described life as a storm-tossed sea. Those who anchor themselves in the virtues of Stoicism are like mountains rising above these seas, steadfast and visible from afar as beacons of strength and reliability. How can we cultivate this monumental steadfastness in the face of our daily tempests? Begin by identifying areas in your life where your resolve is tested. Perhaps it's in dealing with difficult relationships or navigating financial or career uncertainties. Imagine these challenges as the fierce winds and rains that batter a mountain. How can the mountain inspire you to remain firm? This week, when you face these challenges, visualize yourself as the mountain, rooted, powerful, immovable, drawing on your inner strength to remain undeterred. Consider the ecosystem around a mountain. It thrives by adapting to the harsh conditions, drawing strength from the mountain's stability. Similarly, our ability to rise above rests on the ecosystems we build, our networks of friends, family, and colleagues, and our personal mental and emotional strategies. How can you nurture your ecosystem to support your climb towards being unstoppable? Reaching the summit of a mountain offers a new perspective, a broad, expansive view that puts everything into proportion. Stoics advocate for a similar elevation in perspective. When overwhelmed, they suggest looking at life from a higher vantage point, considering the bigger picture. How will today's challenges look from the summit of your life? Can this elevated view shift how you face the trials of today? Reflect on the mountain's legacy of resilience and permanence. Each step we take in life, filled with intention and steadiness, builds our own legacy. Let the mountain inspire you to rise above the ephemeral, to focus on what is truly important, and to become a pillar of strength in your own world and in the lives of those around you. Lesson 5. Unwavering Conviction. Imagine a river carving its way through the earth, persistent, relentless, and guided by an unwavering conviction to reach the sea. Just as a river does not cease its journey despite the rocks and bends in its path, we too can embody this unstoppable conviction in pursuit of our goals. In this lesson, we will explore how the Stoic principle of conviction can help us navigate life's obstacles and channel our energies towards true success. Stoic philosophy teaches us that conviction is not merely about firm beliefs, but about aligning these beliefs with correct actions. Like a river that adjusts its course yet never stops flowing towards its destination, we must learn to adapt while staying true to our course. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." How can we apply this unwavering Stoic conviction to overcome the obstacles we encounter? This week, identify a goal or a project that has been met with resistance or setbacks. Instead of viewing these as stop signs, see them as parts of the riverbed that shape your path forward. What are the rocks in your river, and how can you use the water's persistence as inspiration to find a way around or through them? Each setback is an opportunity to reinforce your conviction and refine your approach. The strength of a river lies in its adaptability. It knows when to rush forward and when to meander slowly. Similarly, our conviction must be coupled with the flexibility to adapt to changing circumstances. How can you maintain your core objectives but adjust your strategies based on the feedback and conditions you encounter? Viewing our journey as a river invites a broader perspective on the challenges we face. From the river's source to its mouth, every twist and turn contributes to its power and beauty. Reflect on your life's journey so far. How have your challenges shaped your path? Embrace these as integral to your growth, just as the river embraces its bends and falls. Let the river inspire you to cultivate a conviction that is both firm and adaptable. Allow your principles to guide you, but remain open to the lessons of the journey. Like the river, let your conviction flow deep and strong, shaping the world around you as you move unstoppably towards your own great sea of aspirations. Lesson 6. The Eagle's Ascent. Envision the eagle soaring high above the mountains, its eyes sharp, its wings spread wide and strong against the vast sky. This majestic bird does not falter in the face of gusty winds. Instead, it uses them to lift higher. This lesson delves into the Stoic virtues mirrored by the eagle, vision, courage, and mastery over the self, that can empower us to rise above the rest and become truly unstoppable. The Stoics emphasize the mastery of one's inner state to achieve greatness. Like the eagle that masters the air currents, we must learn to master our responses to external challenges. Seneca wrote, "He who is brave is free," suggesting that true freedom comes from within, freedom from perturbations, fears, and unchecked emotions. How can we, like the eagle, rise above the turbulent winds of life's trials with grace and resilience? Identify a situation this week where you normally feel small or reactive. Channel the eagle's lofty flight. Elevate your viewpoint. How can this higher perspective change your reaction? Consider the eagle's broad view as it soars above the landscape, and apply this by stepping back to see the bigger picture in your own life. This shift can help you navigate through difficulties with more grace and foresight. The eagle often flies alone, relying on its acute senses to navigate and hunt. It teaches us the importance of solitude in cultivating strength and clarity. Take time this week for solitary reflection, akin to the eagle's flight above the clouds. What insights can you gain when you remove the noise of the crowd? How does solitude enhance your clarity and conviction in your decisions? An eagle's vision is among the sharpest in the animal kingdom. It sees details from great distances, focusing intently on its prey. This week, use the eagle's vision as a metaphor for focusing on your goals. What are the small actions that will lead to big results? How can maintaining a sharp focus transform the way you tackle your objectives? Embody the eagle's spirit in your daily endeavors. Let its flight inspire you to maintain a high perspective, utilize your unique strengths wisely, and approach challenges with precision and calm. With the eagle as your guide, cultivate the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, and self-mastery, and watch as you rise above the rest, truly unstoppable. Lesson 7. The foundation of inner harmony. Imagine a landscape in perfect harmony, where every element, from the smallest blade of grass to the tallest tree, contributes to a balanced ecosystem. This harmony is not just a trait of nature, but a fundamental principle that we can apply to our own lives to become unstoppable. Balance is a core Stoic value that reflects the harmony we observe in nature. Just as a tree balances its growth between roots and branches to ensure stability and reach towards the light, we must balance our internal desires and external actions to ensure a stable and fulfilling life. Stoicism teaches us that excessive reaction to external forces disrupts this balance, just like a tree that grows too heavily on one side may topple. To cultivate this inner balance, consider the spider that spins its web with precision and patience, creating a structure that is both delicate and strong. Similarly, we must weave our lives with threads of discipline, patience, and wisdom. This week, focus on one area of your life where excess, be it stress, work, or even leisure, disrupts your balance. Like the spider, adjust your threads, strengthening some and loosening others to create a harmonious web. Inner harmony requires consistent effort. Like the bee that visits hundreds of flowers to produce honey, we too must work diligently towards our goals, gathering experiences and lessons along the way. Set daily tasks for yourself that contribute to your long-term goals, ensuring that each action is purposeful and aligned with your core values. Reflect nightly on these actions, assessing their harmony with your objectives and well-being. Flexibility is key to maintaining balance, akin to a willow tree that bends in the wind but does not break. The Stoics advocate for a similar flexibility in handling life's challenges. When confronted with a setback, instead of stiffening with resistance, learn to bend and adapt. This adaptability allows you to absorb the impact, learn from the experience, and continue growing without breaking. Perspective is like the bird's eye view of the landscape, offering clarity and a sense of proportion. From above, the bird sees not just individual elements, but how they connect and flow together. This week, whenever you feel overwhelmed by the details of a challenge, elevate your perspective. Ask yourself how this fits into the larger scheme of your life. This elevated view can transform obstacles into opportunities, contributing to your overall life harmony. Just as plants communicate through the soil's network of mycelium, exchanging nutrients and signals, Effective communication is essential for maintaining harmony in our relationships. This week, focus on enhancing your communication skills. Listen actively, share openly, and express gratitude. These actions will enrich your interactions, making them more meaningful and aligned with Stoic virtues of wisdom and justice. Remember that like the harmonious nature that thrives through balance, flexibility, and connection, you too can rise above and become unstoppable by cultivating these qualities. Let Stoic harmony guide you in every step, ensuring that your journey is not just successful, but also balanced and fulfilling. Each step taken in harmony brings you closer to realizing your potential and achieving true greatness. Lesson 8. The essence of enduring growth. In a world that relentlessly pushes us towards quick fixes and instant gratification, true growth emerges from a deep, enduring commitment to progress, much like the slow and steady growth of an ancient forest. In this lesson, we explore the Stoic principles that promote enduring growth, akin to the natural world's methodical and resilient progress, helping us rise above fleeting challenges to become truly unstoppable. Just as a tree does not sprout overnight, meaningful personal and professional development requires patience and persistence. The Stoics believed in continuous improvement, focusing on incremental progress each day. They taught that, like a vine that climbs steadily towards the sunlight, we must also strive upwards, embracing each small step as part of a larger journey towards excellence. Consider the resilience of a desert cactus, thriving in arid conditions through its ability to conserve and maximize limited resources. Similarly, we must learn to thrive within our circumstances, utilizing our strengths efficiently and adapting to challenges without losing our core purpose. This week, identify resources you may have overlooked, be it time, skills, or relationships, and consider how you can deploy them more effectively to foster your growth. Change is as natural in our lives as it is in the changing seasons. Each season brings new challenges and opportunities for growth, just like the phases of our lives. Adopting a Stoic mindset towards change involves embracing it as an inevitable and enriching part of the human experience. Reflect on a recent change you've encountered and assess how you've grown from it. What new strengths have you developed? How has your perspective widened? Like a forest reflecting on a still lake, self-reflection allows us to see ourselves clearly, understanding our true nature and how we interact with the world. Stoics practiced daily reflection as a tool for personal growth, assessing their actions and adjusting their course accordingly. Implement a routine of nightly reflection this week, pondering the day's events, your reactions, and the outcomes. This practice will refine your growth and enhance your decision-making skills. Every obstacle in nature, from rocky soils to harsh climates, forces adaptation and strength in its flora and fauna. Likewise, every challenge we face can be a catalyst for growth. When encountering obstacles, use the Stoic practice of turning impediments into pathways. Ask yourself how each challenge can develop your skills or deepen your resolve. Approach these as opportunities, not setbacks. Just as a single bee cannot sustain a hive, nor can a lone wolf thrive without its pack, we too are social creatures who grow within communities. This week, engage more deeply with your community, whether it's your workplace, social group, or online network. Share your knowledge, seek advice, and support others. This reciprocity not only enriches the community but also accelerates your personal growth. The Stoics emphasized the importance of practicing virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance in daily life. Like nutrients absorbed by a plant, these virtues nourish our character, helping us grow stronger and more capable. Focus on one Stoic virtue this week and integrate it into your daily actions and decisions. Notice how this practice enhances your interactions and brings you closer to your growth goals. Remember that enduring growth is a continuous process that does not rush to meet deadlines, but develops steadily over time. Embrace the Stoic principles of resilience, reflection, and virtue. Let them guide you as you navigate the complexities of life, turning each challenge into a stepping stone, and each step into a leap towards becoming unstoppable. Your journey is unique and, like the natural world, beautifully complex and infinitely rewarding. Lesson 9. The Symphony of Sustained Effort. Imagine life as a symphony, a complex arrangement where each note contributes to a greater melody. Just as in nature, where every element plays a vital role in sustaining the ecosystem, in our lives, every effort, every setback, and every victory contributes to our ultimate success. This lesson explores the Stoic philosophy through the lens of sustained effort, likening our personal development to a symphony that unfolds in perfect harmony with nature's principles. Stoicism teaches the value of persistence, akin to the ever-persistent sun that rises each day, bringing light and life to the world. In our lives, this persistent effort can be seen as the daily rising of our will and determination, shedding light on our paths towards our goals. By adopting this relentless pursuit, where each day is viewed as a new opportunity to contribute to our life's work, we lay down a track that leads to mastery and fulfillment. Just as a gardener tends to their plants regularly, ensuring that each receives the necessary care to thrive, we must tend to our tasks with regularity and focus. Consistency in our actions ensures that we are always moving forward, building momentum, even when progress seems slow. This week, identify one area where you can improve your consistency, whether it's in your professional projects or personal habits, and take deliberate steps each day to nurture this growth. In nature, there is a time for vigorous growth and a time for rest, a cycle seen in the changing seasons. Similarly, Stoics recognize the importance of balancing action with reflection. After a period of intense effort, allow yourself a time to reflect on your progress, to absorb the lessons learned, and to prepare for the next cycle of activity. This balanced approach ensures sustainable growth without burnout. Consider the way a river overcomes obstacles in its path, not by ceasing its flow, but by continuously adapting and finding new routes. Each challenge we face is an opportunity to learn and adapt, making us more resilient and prepared for future obstacles. When faced with a challenge this week, instead of allowing it to halt your progress, look for ways to adapt your approach and continue flowing towards your goals. Repetition is a common theme in nature, from the phases of the moon to the migration patterns of birds. Each repetition reinforces the processes that sustain life. In our own practices, repetition of efforts, especially in honing skills or deepening knowledge, builds a resilience that makes seemingly insurmountable tasks achievable. Dedicate time each day to practice a skill or expand your knowledge. Let the power of repetition fortify your capabilities. Just as wolves hunt in packs, finding strength in numbers, we too can find greater strength and motivation in the support of our community. Engage with groups that share your goals, be it a professional network, a fitness class, or a group of like-minded friends. Their support and encouragement can amplify your efforts and inspire you to persevere through challenges. Each night, take a moment to reflect on the day's efforts, just as one might observe the quiet settling of nature at dusk. Assess what was accomplished and what lessons were learned. This daily reflection not only provides insight into your personal growth, but also aligns your actions with your greater goals, ensuring that your efforts contribute effectively to your symphony of success. Adaptation is a key survival strategy in the wild, as it is in our personal and professional lives. When strategies do not yield the expected results, do not be afraid to adjust your course. Analyze the outcomes, seek advice if needed, and be flexible in your approach. Remember, the goal is not to follow a rigid path, but to navigate successfully towards your destination. Remember that your life symphony is composed of many notes, some high, some low, but all essential. Embrace the Stoic virtues of persistence, consistency, resilience, and adaptability. Let these principles guide your efforts, harmonize your actions with your goals, and help you rise above the rest to become truly unstoppable. Each day is a new measure in your symphony. Play it with intention and grace. Lesson 10. The pathway to unyielding fortitude. Imagine traversing a pathway, not just any path, but one that climbs steadily upwards, challenging yet profoundly rewarding. Each step on this path is a testament to your resolve, akin to the upward growth of a mountain vine that persists regardless of the steepness of its climb. In this lesson, we explore how Stoic philosophy, enriched with the resilient strategies of nature, equips us to scale new heights and become truly unstoppable in our pursuits. Resilience in Stoicism is like the deep roots of an ancient tree, anchoring it against the fiercest storms. Stoics teach that inner strength is built through facing adversity with composure and determination. As we face our own challenges, imagine these not as barriers but as catalysts that fortify our resolve and deepen our roots in the principles of wisdom and courage. Mental robustness is the soil from which resilience grows. To cultivate it, think of your mind as a garden. Just as a gardener carefully tends to their plants, feeding and watering them, we must nurture our minds with positive thoughts and affirmations, pruning away negative beliefs that threaten our growth and cloud our vision of what is possible. Just as a stream adjusts its course when it encounters obstacles, we too must learn to be agile in our journey. Stoicism doesn't advocate for a rigid adherence to plans but encourages a fluid approach to achieving our goals. When faced with an unexpected obstacle this week, instead of resisting, assess how you can adapt your approach to navigate around or through the challenge effectively. In the animal kingdom, a predator must be fully present to catch its prey. It cannot afford to dwell on past failures or future possibilities. Similarly, Stoics emphasize living in the present moment. Focus on the task at hand, fully engage with your current activities, and let the past and future concerns fade away, enhancing your effectiveness and satisfaction. Consider how fallen leaves enrich the soil, turning what seems like decay into a source of life and growth. In our lives, failures and setbacks can serve a similar purpose. Reflect on a recent setback and try to see it as a source of nourishment for your personal development. What lessons can you extract from this experience to enrich your future endeavors? Observe the cycles of the moon or the changing tides, consistent, reliable, and impactful. Adopt similar consistency in your routines, whether it's daily meditation, regular exercise, or consistent study. These routines build a framework of stability and progress in your life, much like the natural rhythms that govern the natural world. A lone wolf has its strengths, but a pack survives and thrives through shared effort and mutual support. In your journey, do not underestimate the power of community. Engage with groups that share your aspirations. Their support can amplify your efforts and provide new perspectives and resources that accelerate your growth. Just as still waters reflect the sky clearly, a calm mind reflects life's truths. Incorporate regular reflection into your daily routine, considering the day's successes and lessons. This practice not only grounds you but also clarifies your path forward, ensuring that each step is intentional and informed by previous experiences. Change is as inevitable in life as the changing seasons. Each season brings new challenges and opportunities. Embrace change with the understanding that it is not a disruption, but a natural part of life's cycle, offering chances for renewal and growth. Like trees that shed their leaves to conserve energy, sometimes we need to let go of old habits or ideas to embrace new growth. Patience is often overlooked in our fast-paced world, but consider the patience of a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. This transformation cannot be rushed. It unfolds in its own time. Cultivate patience with your progress. Understand that some goals will require time to come to fruition, just like the butterfly, and rushing the process can hinder the outcome. The journey is as important as the destination. Like a river that meanders through landscapes, enjoy the journey of your life, taking in the lessons and sights along the way. Find joy in small achievements, in learning new skills, and in overcoming small challenges. This joy sustains your energy for the long journey ahead. Connect with nature to ground yourself, just as plants root themselves firmly in the earth. Spend time in natural settings. Let the simplicity and beauty of nature remind you of life's fundamental joys and the simplicity of being. This connection can rejuvenate your spirit and enhance your perspective on what truly matters. Under high pressures, even coal transforms into diamond. When facing high-pressure situations, remind yourself that these are opportunities to transform challenges into valuable experiences. Approach these situations with a stoic mindset. Remain detached from the outcome and focus on maintaining your composure and integrity. Stoic ethics are like the moral compass that guides a ship through turbulent seas. In your decisions and actions, let Stoic virtues guide you: wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. These principles ensure that your actions are not only effective, but also align with your deepest values and the greater good. Physical health is akin to the fertile soil that nourishes a plant. Maintain your physical health through regular exercise, a balanced diet, and sufficient rest. A healthy body supports a healthy mind, providing the energy needed to pursue your goals with vigor and resilience. Like a bird that must balance its wings to fly, balance emotion with reason. Stoicism teaches us not to be led by emotions, but to respond with reason. When emotions surge, take a step back, assess the situation objectively, and respond in a way that serves your long-term goals. In nature, survival often depends on being prepared for the unexpected. Cultivate a mindset that is flexible and prepared to handle unexpected changes or challenges. Regularly assess potential risks in your endeavors and have contingency plans in place, much like animals that prepare for winter. A positive outlook can illuminate the darkest paths, like sunlight that penetrates the deepest forests. Cultivate positivity through gratitude practices, affirmations, and focusing on solutions rather than problems. This outlook will not only make your journey more enjoyable, but also attract opportunities and open doors previously unseen. Remember that the pathway to becoming unstoppable is not about speed or even the hurdles you overcome, but about how you navigate the journey, steadily, with resolve, and in harmony with Stoic principles. Your fortitude on this path defines your success, crafted not in moments of triumph, but through your daily commitment to living a Stoic life, enriched by the wisdom of nature's own processes. Lesson 11. The architect of your destiny. Envision yourself as an architect, meticulously designing and constructing an inner citadel structure that will stand the test of time. Each decision, from the foundation to the capstone, is deliberate and purposeful. This final lesson in our series delves into the Stoic principles that empower you to build an unshakable life, much like the most steadfast structures crafted by human hands. The foundation of your life and inner citadel, like that of any great building, must be solid and well considered. Stoicism teaches us to lay our foundations with virtues such as wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. These are not merely ideals but practical tools that, when applied daily, create a base strong enough to support the weight of both joy and adversity. As an architect draws blueprints, so must you design your life. Each line on your blueprint is a goal, each measurement an intention. Be meticulous in planning, considering how each aspect of your life serves the whole. Align your actions with your values and your goals, ensuring that each step you take is deliberate and leads you towards the vision you have set. Just as a builder selects quality materials to ensure the longevity of their structure, select high-quality experiences and relationships to enrich your life. Invest time in education, physical activity, nurture healthy relationships, and engage in enriching activities that fortify your mental and emotional resilience. Throughout construction, an architect must reinforce the structure to withstand pressures from all sides. Similarly, reinforce your character by practicing Stoic exercises, like negative visualization and voluntary discomfort, which prepare you for life's inevitable pressures and stresses. Stoic flexibility means adapting to changing circumstances without compromising your integrity. Practice being responsive to unexpected changes, finding innovative solutions that align with your principles. Maintain your psychological and philosophical structure by regularly revisiting and reinforcing your Stoic practices. Regularly examine your beliefs and behaviors, correcting course where necessary to stay true to your values. In architecture, the keystone is the final piece placed during construction, locking all the stones into position. Identify your keystone, the core value or goal that locks the rest of your life's aspects into place. This might be a commitment to family, a career goal, or a personal mission. Keep this keystone secure, and your life will maintain its integrity. Buildings are weatherproofed to withstand environmental elements. Similarly, Stoic practices help you weather emotional and psychological storms. Techniques like mindfulness, meditation, and reflection are your weatherproofing, helping you remain calm and composed regardless of external conditions.